And where we're going to turn is Acts chapter 3. So my favorite translation is the NLT. I don't care which version you use, but just use one. Read the Bible every day. That's what's important.
That's right.
But I read out of the NLT just because I think it's a very smooth reading translation. And I'm going to do a little bit of a backdrop here. So two of the disciples, Peter and John, they're just going about their everyday. And part of their everyday was to go to the temple to pray. So the Jews would go at 9 a.m. They would also go at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And this was just their habit. This was just how they lived their lives. So my reason for sharing this story is because I think that it does a really good job of illustrating that we are living on mission every single day, no matter where we are, even in the middle of the routine of our daily lives. We need to be prepared and ready for whatever situation, any opportunity the Lord presents to us to share Jesus.
Yeah.
All right? So it says in verse 1 here that Peter and John went to the temple one afternoon to take part in the 3 o'clock prayer service. As they approached the temple, a man lame from birth was being carried in. Each day he was put beside the temple gate, the one called the Beautiful Gate, so he could beg from the people going into the temple. When he saw Peter and John about to enter, he asked them for some money. Peter and John looked at him intently, and Peter said, "Look at us." The lame man looked at them eagerly, expecting some money. But Peter said, "I don't have any silver or gold for you, but I'll give you what I have. In the name of Jesus Christ the Nazarene, get up and walk." It's a pretty amazing story.
It is.
I love it.
It is.
But what it speaks to me is here you have two disciples. And most of the time when we're reading about them, they're doing something amazing, right? They're in the middle of a huge situation. Well, this is kind of a mundane thing.
Yeah.
They're just walking through the streets of Jerusalem. This is their everyday, normal habit, routine. They're walking up to the temple. They're going to pray. Now, that's a nice thing. It's an important thing. But, you know, a lot of us go to church every single Sunday, and we wouldn't necessarily consider driving to church with our family to be this earth-shattering opportunity.
Yeah.
But they meet this man. But the important thing to me about this guy is this is probably not the first time they've seen him. In fact, it says that every single day he gets laid in the same spot to beg. So how many dozens, hundreds of times have these disciples walked by the same man? So what that says to me is we have to be very careful not to get lulled into a state of apathy or lethargy just by going through our routines every day. Because we never know when God's going to take something ordinary and make it an opportunity for extraordinary.
Yeah. So many times, I love routine. I mean,
Me too.
whenever I get out of my routine, I kind of panic a little bit. So I love routine. But one of the things about routine, it can cause you to be inflexible. Because they could have very easily, they've done this a number of times before that, is that, well, we're going to the temple. It's almost 3 o'clock. We need to get to the temple. So they didn't. It takes out this ability to be reactive right to the moment at the time. So routines are good. I think you get more accomplished when you have a good routine, but it takes away that ability to act instantaneously to do those things.